Hello and welcome to another gouache painting tutorial. We'll be painting this beautiful countryside in gouache using only 4 colours. So grab your paints and let's begin. Okay, I've listed all of the supplies that I'm using in the description below. Firstly, we're going to begin with the sky, but I'm going to do a rough sketch. So just take a pencil, nothing too complicated. It's going to do a line across here, maybe one coming like this. Just some rough detail where I want some bushes to go. There we go. So we're going to begin with the sky, and I'm going to start with a short 1/2 inch flat brush. And on my palette so far I've got blue, white and black. I like to put a drop of water on the paint before I use it. It just activates it before I go directly in. Let's take some of that white, touch of the blue. So starting at the top of the page, I'm just gonna blend this across. And I'm not gonna blend this all the way down because I wanna do some clouds here above the distant bushes. So just sweeping back and forth, make sure your brush is nice and wet. I'm going in with this size 7. I'd say it's a round brush. I just got a pack of these off of Temu and they're really good. I quite like them. I'm going to take some of that white. Consistency should be like melted ice cream or butter. It's the best way to describe it. So I'm just using the tip of the brush to do some circular motions coming up into that blue that we created. And you want these to be different kind of shapes and sizes. Don't worry about it too much looking perfect because clouds are so random. And I'm just going all the way across here. I'm just going to go back in underneath, add in some more white. I'm going in with a size 8 pointed brush. Again, these were in a pack on Temu. So taking that brush, make sure the white paint is quite thick. I'm going to go in the tip of the clouds. Just dabbing along the edge that we created. Taking some more of that white paint, just bring it down and across. And this mix for the shadows in the cloud is quite watered down. We don't want it anywhere near as thick. You can, but I just find it easy to have more of like a watercolor consistency for these shadows. So it's going to appear quite dark at first, but it's okay. We can blend this out. Wet your brush. Let's blend all this. I'm going to add some more white to the palette and go in again with hardly any water on my brush. Go straight in with the white paint itself and add some more highlights here and there. I'm quite pleased with that. I'll just do a couple more. Now I've added some primary yellow to my palette. Going in with the same brush that I used before, size 8 pointed brush. Some blue. And a bit of black in there. A bit of yellow, a bit of blue, a bit of black. It's to be quite dark for these distant trees. Going in with that dark green mix, I'm going to do a line across the top. You want to make sure it's not watery. You want the consistency to be thick as gouache should be because we're going to put colours on top. And if it's watery or not opaque enough, we won't be able to put layers on top of it. So we're going to add some distant trees here. One of my favourite things to do because it's so fun, so satisfying getting the tip of the brush and just tapping away. make them, again, all different shapes and sizes. Now we've got this initial layering. You want to wait for it to dry completely before we put any more paint on top. I've made a darker mix again. I think I want to go darker at the bottom, so there'll be more shadow on the base. So we can just blend this in with what we've already done. So do another line across. Take a damp brush, now blend it up. A little bit darker, because we want the lighter highlights to sit nicely on top. So don't be afraid to go back into your work and change it as you see. You don't have to stick with something if you don't like it. Now it's completely dry, we can add the highlights on top. So add in some more yellow into that dark mix that we used. And then with a size 2 brush. So I'm starting at the top, just a couple of dabs here and there. Don't need to put it everywhere. Okay, now we're going to begin with the grass here in the distance. For this, I'm going to use size 8 round brush. Similar to the colours that we've already been using, I can add some more yellow into this mix of blue. Let's take a bit of white. I'm going to begin to paint it across. While it's still wet, we want to add some more colours in there because it can look a little bit flat otherwise. Let's take a bit of that green, just here and there. Put this across. We're going to blend this as well. Make sure it's nice and damp. And just blend that out. Taking some white with some yellow and some blue. Add some lighter shades in there, here and there, with the same brush. I'm going to add a little bit darker here. Just doing it across here. Clean damp brush. So taking some yellow, blue, and black. A bit more yellow into that mix and just blend it at the top. Now we'll add some highlights to this tree. So taking some yellow, some blue, using the very tip of the brush, same as we did up here, and bringing them down in little clusters. And you can, if you like, add more black into the mix and just darken up some areas if you feel like it's not dark enough. I want it to be light up here. Adding lots of white to that. Let's go in. Bright, can add some more blue in there. Going to take a different brush for this bottom part, size 12 filbert brush. And we're going to create a dark green. I'm just going to put the filbert brush and bringing it up like this. I'm mixing up a dark shade of green here using yellow, blue and black. And I'm going to create some longer grass strands. I'm going to take a clean damp brush and I'm going to blend those strokes that I just did up. We're going to go in with some lighter grass as well. So add more layer to that mix. I want to wait and actually I want to add some more darker areas. While we're waiting for this part to dry, we can go in and add some lighter grass strands here. Yellow and white. Now I want to add some detail on the grass, so I'm mixing up very light yellowy green mix. Distant dots here, so it looks like maybe some distant flowers. Let's add some tiny dots. There we go. I think I'm about to call this done. And there we have it. I'm really pleased with this, and I hope that you enjoyed following along. If you could like, subscribe, comment, share, I'd really appreciate it. And I'd love to see your finished pieces as well. You can tag me on Instagram at Katie Hawkins Artist. And yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, take care.